What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, much like the other Marvel films that have filmed outside and in London in the last couple of years, we anticipated getting some behind-the-scenes aerial and drone footage of the set as they were making it, and it hasn't been disappointing. One source in particular, an Unboxed PhD, has presented multiple angles of basically the same scene in a courtyard with broken statues, what looks like a spaceship and or craters all over the place. Well, coming from a separate source in a different behind-the-scenes set video today. Now, an update to that very same set, and in the middle, a very large and iconic X-Men character. We're going to break down the latest Avengers leak. We have the images for you. We'll, of course, issue the normal spoiler warning and talk about what new has been revealed on the set of Avengers Doomsday. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. Thanks to everyone who's been subscribing this year. We have been growing again at a breakneck pace, and it's only getting even more crazy as we approach the two Avengers movies. If you haven't already, I would just kindly invite you to hit the sub button. It's the #1 thing you can do to support us as content creators and support the channel. Plus, it enters you for all the PS5 giveaways if you want. Stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so we have a brand new leaked behind-the-scenes set video of Avengers Doomsday. So the normal spoiler warning when we cover this kind of content, guys, only you know if you're susceptible to this kind of thing, if it's in any way going to ruin your Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars experience. I don't want that for you. Begs the question why you clicked on this video anyway, but I ain't mad at you. Now's the time to back out. Otherwise, going forward, you've been warned. Okay, so this is the set video as shared by the MCU Den 30 minutes ago on Instagram. It's making its rounds right now on social media. The watermark is at the bulletproof_dummy. I'm assuming that that's a Twitter or Instagram handle. You can clearly see here that the set is the exact same green courtyard that Unboxed PhD has given us aerial vision of. We've covered them at the channel. It's a green courtyard with broken marble statues. There's fountains, a ton of craters everywhere like something has crashed or fights going on. And now we see this extremely large shape that's been added to one of the sets with a bunch of blue screen in the background. Now, very obviously, this is none other than an X-Men Sentinel. And what's more, given some of the close-ups we've seen underneath this blue tarp, it's not just a Sentinel from the old Fox X-Men movies that didn't really resemble the Sentinels that we remember. This is an actual comic-accurate Sentinel, or should I say, very accurate to the cartoons. This Sentinel literally looks like one of the Sentinels from the X-Men 97 cartoon. Look, there's the cartoon on the right with the ridge lining around the neck. It's also around the arms depending on the angle you see it drawn. There you can clearly see on the breastplate the same exact ridging. The reason this is important is that a lot of people noticed in the Marvel's post-credit scene that the way that they had stylized Beast was a lot closer to the X-Men 97 animated version of the character than to the previous versions of Kelsey Grammer's Beast with practical effects. Yes, CGI has come a long way, but it's the artistic choices they made with the creation of how his character looked that had a lot of people wondering if that wasn't just the live-action X-Men 97 timeline. Now, I don't think they're going to want to intercept the X-Men 97 storyline that will be in the middle of its second season with the third season to come and try to run that into Avengers Secret Wars. I mean, they may. That would just be a lot of story to have to wade through. Rather, this is probably just a different X-Men timeline than the original Fox X-Men timeline, and one that more closely resembles what we remember from the Fox cartoon and from the X-Men comics in the 90s, meaning we get the comic-accurate costumes, and of course we get a comic-accurate Sentinel. Now, zooming out just a bit, pun totally intended, because a lot of this behind the scenes and aerial leaks are coming from drones, there are some things we can infer. Firstly, we thought this was the X-Mansion courtyard or a X-Mansion courtyard. It looks a lot more likely the case now that they've added a Sentinel, although that would set up a scene where the Sentinels are attacking the X-Mansion. And if that's happening, then all hell is literally breaking loose. Now, this Sentinel reveal also comes on the heels and just days after Daniel RPK, the trusted industry insider source that we cover so often here at the channel, dropped a brand new update on his Patreon indicating that they were, quote, currently filming an epic Avengers vs. X-Men scene and that we would truly see the X-Men in comic-accurate costumes. Well, we got the comic-accurate Sentinel. This seems like it's an X-Men timeline. It kind of follows that we would be getting comic-accurate X-Men behind it. And you have to wonder if this scene isn't that specific scene that he's talking about and how the Avengers, if in any way, would be involved with them fighting Sentinels. That sounds more like a side-by-side thing than it sounds like Avengers versus X-Men versus Sentinels, but without knowing what's going on, it's impossible to tell. And there's a reason that I say it that way, without knowing what's going on, because the other big rumor that we've had sort of maintained this entire time is that they started filming and are currently filming on Avengers Doomsday and they don't even know what's to come. That's right, as per multiple reports from different sources, there is no finished script for Avengers Doomsday, and multiple actors seemingly confirmed this real recently when the likes of Wyatt Russell, David Harbour, those involved with the Thunderbolts, admitted they haven't even read a script. Alan Cumming, the guy who plays Nightcrawler, in his last interview said he was doing stunt scenes and choreography and he didn't even know who he was fighting or in what context. This sounds exactly like how they shot Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and I would say otherwise that I'm worried, because that sounds like an absolute mess, but the Russos know what they're doing. This isn't their first time at this, and if anything, they probably learned a thing or two from Infinity War on ways that they can do this better by keeping the actors in the dark, but still filming what they need to and getting the action they need and the lines they need delivered the way they do without the actors actually knowing what the hell is going on. Now, I am super stoked for all of this, but what I will say is that pretty soon here, I suspect that these behind the scenes set photo leaks are going to turn into behind the scenes character actor leaks. And as we've promised here at the channel, and between the next two Avengers movies, I am not going to stick any of the actual shots or any of the film or footage into the thumbnails on the videos. We did it for Deadpool and Wolverine. Some of you got really upset and said that didn't give you a chance to avoid the spoilers. I hear ya. They're all over social media, so it's part of me is like, hey, if you're opening up Instagram and Twitter, you're going to see this stuff anyway, but still, we're going to keep it out of all of the thumbnails. You'll be able to infer what's inside by the title, and we're going to continue to cover the leaks. You'll just have to click on the videos and make it past the spoiler warning before you'll actually see that stuff on the channel. That being said, who do you want to see in this X-Men vs. Avengers fight? What in the world is a Sentinel doing right here in the middle of the X-Mansion courtyard? I'm all ears as always. How hype are you guys? Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the other giveaways, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here, live with my voice, and the winning comments shown on screen. So please be safe and vigilant on my channel, really any other YouTube channel that does giveaways. Remember, anybody can grab a content creator's photo, claim to be them. It's all just a ruse to get your information on a third-party app like Telegram or WhatsApp, then try to charge you for shipping for a prize that doesn't exist. Please remember, no content creator, myself included, will ever charge you for shipping if you should win something. Simply report those comments directly to YouTube, and they're very fast about deleting those accounts. The best way to keep up with the content here at the channel has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on all platforms, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to original music under the name AllFires. And while I would sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.